Well, welcome to Cars, Shops, and Collections, and welcome to Mecum Auctions Las Vegas 2024, and welcome Chris JACOBS back to the show, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Dude, it's so good to see you, man.
It's great to be here.
You just got here literally 90 minutes ago.
Yeah, I just landed this afternoon, flew in from Burbank where I live, and you know, I always look forward to coming to Mecum in Vegas. So much fun, just the vibe here is really good.
It's great energy here, right?
Yeah.
Let's start walking and showing cars and talking everything, because your day, we're shooting this on a Thursday, your day starts Friday mornings, production starts first thing in the morning,
Well,
right?
today I usually just like to get the lay of the land. I mean, you know, right out of the box, we're walking past $1 million car right here, you know, the Ford GT, the Gen 2 of the new version of the GT. Classic Shelby colors, so you know this one could very easily get 7 figures.
You think so?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
How funny is that? As we're walking and talking, you're like, oh, by the way, there's a
just
$1 million car.
passing this one.
And the colors and everything.
This beautiful 911 Carrera T, which is one of the most popular colors in the Porsche world, Ruby Star. This has got the 3.6 liter twin turbo, that PDK transmission, the 8-speed transmission, which is an awesome combo with the twin turbo flat 6. Gorgeous color, like I said. I mean, Porsches have been just going up in the market like crazy.
You got one, right? 85?
I do, yeah, I have an 85. Good memory.
Yeah, and I love it's very simple with the lights.
Yes.
The way the lights hit the car and pop off the car.
Oh, man.
Something so simple.
Such great lighting in here, and what's amazing is, you know, in less than 3 weeks, all this is going to be changed out and filled with SEMA cars.
SEMA cars! I think this is the perfect time for the major announcement regarding SEMA. The first time in the history of SEMA, SEMA will be live Tuesday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., pretty much all day.
Yep.
Guess who's hosting it? This guy right here is your host at SEMA.
They keep giving me jobs. I don't know why. They haven't figured me out yet. And who is going to be my man on the go out in the field?
Who is that?
This man right here, JC.
This is going to be wild, man.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be nuts. It's going to be inside the convention hall. We're going to have a 2-story broadcast center. You're going to be up top like the Jimmy Fallon of SEMA, doing interviews nonstop, and then you'll toss it down to the floor, and I'll be at a booth doing an unveiling or outside doing the, you know, some test drive or something. It's going to be bonkers, man.
Basically, we're trying to bring the SEMA experience to the viewer at home. If you can't be at SEMA, we're going to try to give you the experience of being there. It's going to be broadcast live on SEMA's YouTube channel. So if you've never been to SEMA before, you have to miss it this year, you want to check it out on YouTube. Man. Yeah.
We had a couple of production calls. I'm on a Zoom call with you. I'm like, wow, I'm pinching myself. It's going to be so much fun, man.
It's going to be a blast.
It's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
Let's get back to some of these cars. Let's go this way, because I want to get your thoughts on this Corvette back here. Sure. It's a 1965 Corvette. Guy here in town, Dustin Hacker, Nostalgia Hot Rods, custom built this Corvette back here. Beautiful. It's on the cover of the Mecum Auctions brochure this year.
Cool.
What are your thoughts on what he calls Nighthawk?
Well, first of all, the mid-year Corvettes are my favorite, the C2s. And I mean, I immediately can see almost everything has been touched on this car, because there are certain identifiers for each year of the Corvette. And this one being the 65, he's done a lot of massaging to this vehicle right here. You know, for instance, these are 67 slats.
Yes,
The wheels obviously are pure custom. He's done something with the shroud on the side exhaust, which is very cool. It's got the Stinger hood, which is also a 1967 feature. That indicates that it's a big block. Obviously, it's custom under the hood, so that's
he widened it front and back too. He widened the car as well.
It's really cool. And then as you come around the back of the car, obviously he's flared this out to get those big meats in there. It's got the carbon fiber bumpers rolling. Now, another way you can identify a certain year of mid-year Corvettes is by the gas cap. From 63 to 67, they were all different designs. They were similar, but they were different. So he went and used a completely custom touch on there and put the name of the car on there, which is super cool.
I think it's great how he names his cars because you remember them. Like, hey, did you see Nighthawk? Yeah, Nighthawk, it stands out.
All high-level custom builds have names. So this one appropriately has a name, and just on first blush, man, I mean, it's awesome. It's really cool.
It's a cool build, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So local Vegas guy.
Local Vegas guy, yeah, he does incredible builds.
Really cool.
Let's keep working our way down. Like the color combo?
I do. It's, you know, it's not a stock Shelby color. A little light for my taste. I like the more traditional colors on the Shelby vehicles, but this is probably called a custom on the consignment sheet. So, you know, have at it. To each their own as far as the color palette.
Yeah, who are we to judge, right?
Exactly.
Because it's someone's build, it's someone's color that they love, and this worked for them.
And someone's going to buy it probably because they love that color.
Yeah, it pops, it jumps out. Exactly. What do you think of the Nova?
I love the Novas, man.
Yeah.
I mean, these are just such classic mid-60s muscle. I think this is a 66, maybe a 65. You know, but yeah, I mean, they've kept it relatively stock appearing. That beautiful 327 under, yeah, it is a 66. I love the fact that they kept the real stock appearing dog dishes on there. That might even be the stock hubcaps there. The interior also looking pretty stock appearing. 4-speed, which I love, and I love this color. And this was, I believe, a factory color.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, marina blue, it is indeed.
When the cars, let's go down, I feel like it's like Gucci Row here. Let's walk down here. When the cars come here, does someone come through and clean all the cars, do you know?
Oh yeah, well,
Because everything is spotless.
Yeah, so when they arrive, they get a nice little detail, and then right before they go across the auction block, they get a final detail. So they're always looking their very best as soon as they get ready to cross.
You're a Mopar guy, I know that.
Yeah, I mean, huge. Yeah, this combo right here is fantastic. I always say, and it's my belief, that 1970 is probably the premier year of muscle cars across all brands, but certainly for the Mopar cars. Both of these are E-bodies. One's the Plymouth and one is the Dodge. Now, interestingly enough, about the E-bodies and the symbolism between Dodge and Plymouth, these cars don't share a single inch of sheet metal.
Really?
The fenders are different, the doors are different, the quarters are different, the hood's different, the deck lid's different. They're actually different sizes. One is a little bit longer and a little bit taller. You can't really tell because it's only about an inch or two.
That's your expertise, man.
But yeah, but these cars actually share no sheet metal whatsoever. I've always said the AAR CUDA is my favorite Mopar. They only made them in 1970. They only made 2,724 of them. This is not a real one, which is why the consignment sheet says custom AAR.
Yeah. It's in the VIN too. The VIN would say BS.
Yeah, well, yes,
so
exactly.
We know right there, based on the VIN too.
Exactly.
It's not,
and it's not wearing its fender tag.
Okay,
so
right, yeah.
we know that this car's been massaged a little bit, but it's got all the ingredients of an AAR. So, you know, you can call it that, but you have to kind of identify it as a custom because it's not a from the factory one.
And people will they'll jump on that.
Oh yeah,
you can't,
for sure.
You can't try to fool anyone.
You can't try to pull the wool over anybody's eyes.
What do you think of
here.
the Trans Am?
So what's great about these 80s cars is that they're becoming the hot section of the collector car world because as the collector car people age, you know, it's the guys now who were in high school in the 80s can afford their dream car that they had in high school. So the guys who were like into the Tri-5s and certainly the 32s and 34s, those guys are getting older, they're becoming less prevalent in the collector car industry. The guys who are in their 50s now, where this car in particular may have been their dream car in high school, so you're seeing a lot more of these go for a lot more money. And this is total nostalgia for me. I mean, I graduated in '88 from high school, so this car in the parking lot would have gotten a lot of attention.
You were the king of high school if you had this car.
Totally, yeah, with the T-tops,
and
all
look at the equalizer on the radio.
So
that
great.
screams 80s.
I mean, all of that stuff does. All
your T-tops radio, all blacked out.
And GM was notorious for using the same components in all of their cars, like the door handles and the gauges and the center console. You'll see those in other GM products, but
you were pretty much the same age. My high school years, I had a Pontiac Fiero.
Oh, nice. See, that was pretty cool back then. Was it the GT?
No, it was not. It was just
before
a white. Before the GT. Yeah, it was just white. It was cool though, but it caught on fire. It was a whole thing.
That's a good story.
Yeah, it's a great story. The Camaro Z28.
So the second gen of the Camaro is definitely my favorite. Started in 1970. This is a Z28 option package, which means it's got the hopped up brakes and some other goodies under the hood. Performance package, obviously, named for Zora, who is the legendary GM designer.
Is that what the Z and Z28 is?
That Z. Actually, you know what? I'm incorrect. That's the Z06 package. I don't know if it's the Z and Z28, but shout out to Zorro anyway.
Yeah.
So this one's got the split bumper package, which is associated with the RS. So every time you see a split bumper, you know it's an RS. And the consignment sheet proudly disclaims that it is a true RS Z28, so that is definitely going to make the price go up a little bit. It's been massaged a little bit, as you can see, some new components under the hood. They've got the MSD ignition box in there to help it start. Looks like they might have put a new shroud on there, certainly a new air cleaner, new valve covers, but the color is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
and they've got the appropriate rally wheels for the 71. So yeah, man, this thing will, and cool color combination with the kind of, you know, frog green outside
color,
and
right?
the gray upholstered interior. Really cool.
Have you, we'll start walking back up to the stage.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you taking your time.
No
and you're
worries.
busy, man. You just got in town, you got things to do.
I love doing this stuff.
Last time we saw each other here at Mecum 2 years ago, you purchased your first car at Mecum Auctions.
No, 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you still have it?
I do. Was it last year or was it 2 years ago? It was 2 years ago, yeah. Yeah, it's 1968 Fury 3 convertible, matching numbers, 440 under the hood, 727 torque light transmission. And I love that car just because it's huge, it's unusual, and most of all because my daughter loves it.
Yeah.
Her name is Scarlett.
And that's the color, right?
We call the car Scarlett because that is
so
the
cool.
color.
Convertible,
yeah.
right?
Yep. Yep.
So tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, this place is just gonna be packed. It's gonna be nonstop action inside here.
Yep. Yeah, it's fun. It's goes fast, and you know, people are having a good time. It's Vegas after all, so it's kind of perfect vibe and atmosphere for a Mecum auction.
And then we have this is the staging area back here. So logistics, these are the cars that will be crossing the block first thing tomorrow.
So what we were just walking through right now was all the cars that are going on Saturday, and all the Friday cars are already kind of in line.
Okay.
I'm not sure if they were selling cars today or not, but those would have been.
Yeah, they were. I was here earlier for
so
my other job, CBS. They were here. Yeah.
This is basically the last stop before they roll across the auction block. So this is where they get shined up.
They come down, they turn down here, huh?
Yep, and this is where I kind of do a lot of my work because I preview the cars.
Yep.
So I come out here, pick something out, radio it back to the truck. They send me a camera, and then I describe the car and let the people know
When you're doing the preview, that you're picking your own. You'll walk through.
I do.
And say,
I
this
pick
catches
my own.
my eye.
Yes, yeah. Which is great freedom to have. I mean, it's really such a dream job for me. You know, sometimes they'll say no because either it's not going to make our air windows because we have our commercial breaks scheduled out, or it's something that maybe we're saving for another preview, or it's already been done, or there's a variety of reasons why they wouldn't approve it. But 8 out of 10 times they say, yeah, go for it with that car. Yeah. So I get to pick and choose, which is pretty cool.
This is a nice little lineup coming up here.
For sure. Yeah. Now, Vegas always gets some pretty good lots.
What the hell is that over there?
I don't know, but
you guys get some odd machines here as well.
We get some odd machines. No surprise that's going at no reserve.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're talking about the limo, right?
Yeah, the limo. And then this thing over here too.
Yeah. Wild, huh?
Well, Chris, man, I appreciate this so much. You taking the time to show us.
Yeah, of course.
Doing this again with us, and I'm looking forward to getting to work with you at SEMA.
Stoked,
it's going to be wild, man.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it, and check out Mecum Auctions. Thank you, guys.
If you want your car, shop, or collection featured on the show, then shoot us an email at carsshopsandcollections@gmail.com. That's carsshopsandcollections@gmail.com. And thanks for watching, and be sure and subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes of Cars, Shops, and Collections.